Hi guys, this is Dan here, and guess what? There's been some exciting news happening. Do you know what it is?
I can juggle hot potatoes and Pokemon Sun and Moon information.
Yeah, that's right. So, if you didn't know, we've got some information on Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, and I cannot wait. I don't know what you guys are like, but I cannot wait until they're out. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, first of all, the first thing that has been released is the box arts, and this is what they look like. Yeah, they look exactly like that. How did you know? Right, so yeah, hopefully you've got some. So it's popped up on your screen. I'm pretty sure it's also got the release dates on. Yeah, the photo also has the release dates on. So that's when they're coming out, November, the best month of the year. What do you think?
I can agree. It's the best month of the year.
Yep. Not only does every Pokemon game come out, but it's just an awesome month.
Yeah, it's the month before Christmas. Schoolwork starts to slow down. Actually, no, we get quite a few tests in November, don't we?
Oh yeah. Never mind about that. But yeah, it's close to Christmas, and also the new Pokemon games coming out, and a iCard should have just popped up with a poll saying, which one do you want, Pokemon Sun or Pokemon Moon? And first of all, we're trying not to persuade you in either way, but we're just going to tell you what our preferences are, so go for it.
So Pokemon Sun.
And my one is Pokemon Sun. Yeah.
Okay.
And up next we've got yeah. First of all, you're going to come back and see us. Hello! Right now, we're going to go straight to looking at these beautiful creatures, which are called the starters. So, the names of the starters, as you can see, they are Howlett. Oh, wait 1 second. Litten, sorry. I'm rubbish at this. Right. So, Rowlet, Litten, and Poplio.
You're rubbish at this.
Right. Okay. Right.
That was a Pokemon joke if you didn't get it, people.
Right. Anyway, right, let's get back to the actual funny stuff. So, or fun stuff, however you want to put it. So, Rowlet, the grass type. It's also flying type. We're going to just tell you our opinions on what these are going to evolve into, because you can kind of see what they are now. So, I think it's going to become a bigger owl. Pretty much.
You know Noctowl?
Yeah.
I imagine it to be a fusion between Noctowl and the owl from Winnie the Pooh.
That makes sense. I'm thinking it's going to be a bit like Noctowl, and then at a park near me there is a sculpture of an owl.
Yes,
I think it's going to look a bit like that.
Yeah.
Right, and okay, next we've got Litten, the fire type starter. I think it looks like it's going to evolve into a dark type, but telling you more on this is Tomsky2711. What do you think it's going to look like?
Well, I'm quite a fire type aficionado. If that is a word, that means what I think it means. So I quite think what they're trying to do is trying to repair for their sins that they, is that the right word? They're trying to make it up to us because they sort of ruined Fennekin. So I think they're going for a similar Pokemon. They're not going to a Pokemon to the same, and they're going to go through with a dark type sort of.
Kind of a rival to Delphox.
Pardon?
A rival to Delphox, do you think?
Yes, like a rival to Delphox. But I think it's going to be four-legged all the way through.
Okay.
I think it's going to get slightly prouder, and so it's going to make like a house kitten to like a sort of like a mix between a house kitten and I don't know, like a big leader of a pack, and then it's going to be like a big full out roaring sort of lion cat.
Awesome. Right, finally we got Poplio, the adorable circus seal. What do you think of it? And what do we think it's going to evolve into? I mean, it could in theory, evolve into pretty much anything. It could go down the route of becoming more of a circusy thing, or it could turn into more of a sea creature, a bit like a dugong. What do you think?
I think that it's going to maybe. I think it could have. I don't know. I think it's going to go down a bit of both paths. Get into more of a seal, but then also keep down the circus theme and maybe have like a ball it can balance on or turn into a ball.
Yeah, I also think it could go down. I think because the other two, we're thinking they're going to be double types. I'm thinking that this one could also be double types, but I just can't think of what other type. Because I think it could be, because they haven't had many bulky water types, have they, since Blastoise? Let me just
Yeah.
think. Swampert maybe a teeny bit, not really though. But I think it's probably going to be. I think it's going to get quite fat and bulky. Maybe a bit like a Welrian, possibly. I don't really know.
So second typing. Any ideas?
It could go down the path of being like a dugong, becoming an ice type, or then it could also be something really unique. We don't know. It could be a psychic type.
I'm gonna maybe go down a wild card and say fairy type.
Yeah, well, circuses, magical, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, right.
He's a bit of a trickster, so fairies sort of like play tricks. Anyone read Midsummer's Night's Dream? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you have, I clap to you because it is a great piece of Shakespearean poetry.
The only good piece of Shakespeare. But anyway, right. Well, actually, it's not amazing. Anyway, right, next we have got an image of. Let me see if I can remember it. The Aloha Region. Yes, that is what it's called. And also, as you can see in the top right-hand corner, that is the picture of it in real life, as seen in the Japanese trailer. I'll leave a link to the Japanese trailer and the English trailer in the description. Also, what I forgot to mention before was vote which starter are you going to pick. And we forgot to say which our ones were. Actually, let's go and put the starters back up, and then we can say which one we're going to pick. Oh, is it not come up? There we go, they're back up. There we go, sorry. Right, which starter are we going to pick?
1, 2, 3. Shall we do it?
I'm just going to go. From looks now, I'm thinking Poplio. What are you going for?
At the looks at the moment, I love my fire types, so listen.
Okay then. That's how it's standing at the moment. But you never know. Rowlet might evolve into something really cool. And I know that it is going to be used by quite a lot of people, as it is what lots of people have wanted, an owl Pokemon. And, well, a grass owl Pokemon. And there you go. There we have it. Right, anyway. Back to the Alola region. So, yeah, that's the picture that was up in the trailer. And Tomsky2711, you had an amazing theory on this.
Okay, so if I don't have a picture of the island up on my screen, but you guys luckily do, and you can see that I don't think you can fit 8 gyms and a sort of Pokemon League Elite Four area and all the little filler places in between. I don't think they fit on that island. I think I could call 6 on that island, maybe max 7 if we're counting the little islands off the edge. So I think that maybe we can go off to other islands and maybe even go and visit some other regions to go and get some more badges.
Oh yeah, more on that a bit later.
Yes.
Right, next up we have got. Let me just remember. Oh yes, here we go. The Professor. So, what I found really confusing about the first time I saw the trailer is that dude, he looked like he was going to be the Professor, and I got a bit annoyed at that because he looks nothing like a Professor. But when I watched it again, I saw that man in the background, and he's definitely the Professor because you talked to him a bit earlier on, and also in the Japanese trailer, he's the one you talk to when you're doing all that stuff. But do you think that person's important? Do you think that's just a professor's assistant? Because before now, they've never really put a professor's assistant in any of the games. Do you think he's
Well,
more
no.
important than that?
Well, they have put professor assistants in. In X and Y, there were 2 professor assistants,
Oh yeah,
but
but
they
they weren't.
came around following you, giving Pokedex info. And other times, it's just been the guy that gives you some Pokeballs. But maybe he is an evil team leader in disguise.
Oh yes, because Professor Sycamore worked quite closely with Lysandra, didn't he? Or Lysandre, however you
He
pronounce it.
worked quite well with. He worked very closely with the champion. Didn't they all work? And didn't the champion, work with Lysander? So they were all 3 like in a bit of a
Club.
Skype chat together. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Or the final thing that it could be is it could be bringing back a bit of Gen 1, and it could be like your rival. That could be like Gary. You never know. Anyway,
Wait. Really? Because I've seen there's 3 rivals. I believe that there's you, the female counterpart, and another one who we don't really know much about, but I know that I've seen him running around. So I think there's going to be like a you. I think there's going to be you, your nice rival who's going to help you and improve you, and then there's going to be your mean rival who's going to be like, smell you later, the mean one that's going to be tougher. Once you defeat him, he's going to be like, oh, you got lucky this time, but I'm going to be back next time, stronger, and you're not going to be able to defeat me then. So a bit more back down the path of Gary, like you said.
Okay, so next, you've probably seen these images loads of times. This is the Hummingbird one, which was released in the first trailer, and we've also got some vehicles. So, as Tomsky was saying about the separate islands, maybe, we're thinking that, well, we saw a plane in the trailer. I'm thinking it could, because you were seeing like an aerial view, I was thinking maybe linking to either soaring from Oras, or it could be maybe there's planes in it, and then a bit like, in Oras where they had the boats and stuff, and you had to travel to different...
Going back to, I believe it's Black2, you could take a plane to a couple of from one side of the Unova region to the other side of the Unova region.
Yeah, I think you could. Oh wait, was that the one? I can't really remember very well. It was, yeah. And also, as we know, they've already released that there's well, we haven't released these, but we've seen the images of the fire engines and the Pokemon emergency center ambulance things. So then, what's up next? Next up, we are just going to have a little review on all of the Pokemon which have been revealed so far. So, as we've already said, the Hummingbird, we've got the 3 starters, the 2 legendaries, and that's them using their moves from the trailers. And also we have got Magiana. What does this all mean? Any explanations? Are they linked?
So here's what I'm thinking. I believe that the Hummingbird is going to be either our Spearow of the region, like our Spearow, or our Pidgey of the region.
I'm thinking more Pidgey.
Leaning towards the Pidgey, but you never know. Then I think so. He's going to be a very early bird, maybe quite an important member of the team later on, like Talonflame. Then the starters, they all have a very Hawaiian feel to them, if it's not just me. So very fits to the region very well. So they link to the region. The
Legendaries.
The legendaries. So the fire type starter, and the the fire type starter, and also the sun legendary are both cats / lions. So that is part of one of the what's it called? The forgotten it now. The wheel, the wheel with...
Actually, we haven't talked much about the legendaries yet. We haven't said what typing. I'm thinking maybe definitely fire typing. And also, if you look closely at it, it looks a bit like a Terrakion crossed with a Pyroar with a white painted coat. So I'm thinking maybe possibly fire and rock type or fire and fighting type. And then the moon legendary, it's either, it's definitely fly. Well, actually, it's not definitely flying, but flying is a possibility, and plus also a psychic or ghost type maybe.
Yeah.
And then finally Magiana, which once the movie comes to English, we'll know loads about. And I'm pretty sure that's more like a Victini. It's like the first Pokemon you get to properly know.
Or a Diancie that if Pokemon Ace, DJ Warrior, Dan, whatever people are calling you and want to call you, if you could be so kind and put a link to Tyranitar Tube's video theory on saying how that maybe Mariana is actually a Diancie in armour.
Yeah.
Very possibility, and it could be another link to Kalos. Therefore, maybe we could go back to Kalos via the train station that is relatively unused.
And that brings us really nicely onto our next point, which is this one here. And that is the Pokemon Red, which we already talked about a bit earlier, I think. But yeah, we're thinking that either you go back to Kalos, or maybe, because it shows this screen at the start with the person playing Pokemon Red, I think this is maybe he's just finished the virtual console release, but Tomsky thinks that possibly it could be, because it's 20 years, maybe we're going back to the start again. But the other option is that we go back to Kalos, because they are definitely linked. We know that they're linked from things like the Sun and Moon shrines. They said, is it shrines? Is that what they're called?
The Sun and Moon dials.
Dials, that's it. And yeah, we know that they're like really close to each other. I can't remember how we know that, but there are definitely lots of puzzle pieces linking them.
And the man in the hotel with the strange souvenir.
Yes, that. Okay, so then, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, and if you enjoyed having Tomsky2711 around, please head over to the GK Triforce channel. That is that's their channel emblem, as I'm going to call it. I know, fancy word there. But yeah, if you want to go and head over to their channel, there will be a link in the description. Hopefully an iCard will also pop up, but I can't remember if you can put a channel in the iCards. And also, we are doing a crossover video where we're going to be looking at some of the megas we want in that game. Yeah, in the new Sun and Moon games, we're looking at some of the megas which would work really well. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Head over to their channel right now, and we will see you all later. Bye!